Hi guys, how are you? I wish you all well and stay happy. Talking about being happy. Surely many of us claim to be happy, but it turns out that it is just a lie. Many people cover their sadness temporarily with the happiness they create, and it's not something good for you, especially your mental. Many people think that the happiness of the people around us is more important than our happiness. But that is wrong. Why? Because we have to make ourselves happy first before we can make others people happy. That's why we have to understand about being selfish to ourselves. Selfish. Selfishness is a lack of consideration for others, especially concerned with one's gain or pleasure. Since childhood, we must remember not to being selfish and to pay attention to the happiness of others. However, many of us haven't taught to love and find happiness more for ourselves. It must have an impact until we are adults. We are used to making others people happy, but we always forget to make ourselves happy. However, it doesn't mean that if we become selfish, we will not care about the existence of those around us. Being selfish here means loving yourself more, prioritizing our own happiness, and knowing what we really need. In the past, I always accept and did what my friends told me because at that time I believed what they said. Besides, I don't want to disappoint the people I care about. However, I forget that sometimes what they give and say is not necessarily good, and it makes me lose. However, I foolishly still accept and carry out all their suggestions. That just because I don't want to disappoint them. Yeah, that's not a very nice attitude. Without realizing it, I began to not believe in myself. I start not knowing myself. I was at the stage where I didn't dare to refuse because I felt it was the wrong thing to do. In fact, refusing a suggestion is not a mistake because we also know what we really need. We can freely reject what they give and choose what makes us better. Little habits like always agreeing to whatever our friends are planning when they want to do an activity or choose a vacation plan, or maybe always say, it's up to you, it's up to you, because it is more concerned with what that person wants. We don't know what we want because all we know is what other people want. Without us knowing it, we slowly become people who don't know ourselves. That's why sometimes being selfish is important. Being selfish for ourselves is one way to love ourselves more. Why? Because by being selfish, we can get to know who we really are, what we really want, and what we really need. We do life so silly, living side by side with others, and needing each other. However, someday we will live alone. Only shadow of ourselves accompany us. So, after all, we cannot live if we don't know who we really are. We have to be selfish to get to know the characters we have. If we always do what people want of us, we will not be able to grow and change into a better person. We can only grow from what other people want and say. We should do all things for ourselves and not for others. Yeah, sometimes the reason we change for the better is that we don't want to embarrass other people, especially our family. It is like we decide to choose an option just because it is the choice of our family. However, are we happy? Are they happy with accomplishments that do not make you happy? So, being selfish sometimes has to be done to change us into better personality, to grow and be happy because of the decision we choose ourselves. Do what you want to do. Do whatever makes your life happy. Stop listening to the words of people who can turn us into individuals who cannot develop. Show if you can change with what you believe and like, not what other people want to see from you and not what other people expect from you. Being selfish for ourselves is sometimes necessary. However, don't hurt other people just because you want to make yourself happy. Seek your happiness by not disturbing other people's life. Because everyone also wants to do selfish things to find their happiness. It is important to remember that it is necessary to make others around us happy, but to make ourselves happy is much more important. Because we have to be happy first before making other people happy. Maybe that's all from me. I hope we can become better humans by doing what we want to do. Hopefully, this video is useful and keeps up the spirits. Stay happy and healthy. Bye.